could tell you about my first job out of high school when I worked at a old folks home washing dishes in the back room, and how I worked the hot side of the machine, this long conveyor belt machine that would sanitize the dishes, and how when we got really crazy we'd go all Greek wedding on it and smash stuff, you know. But I'm not going to tell you that story. I could tell you about the job I had as a telemarketer for a replacement window company, and how they fired me for not bringing in the leads, and that was kind of like being in a Puerto Rican Dominican version of Glengarry Glen Ross in East Downtown, but I'm not going to tell you that story. I could tell you the story about when I was in college, and because of my rudimentary German skills, I was the concierge for the polka band that was playing at Music Fest in Bethlehem. And the flugelhorn player didn't know he was allergic to bee stings, and he got stung by a bee. And I had to take him and his girlfriend to the hospital, and we sat there for hours, his girlfriend and I, with her limited English and my limited German, talking. I could tell you that story, but I'm not going to tell you that story. And I could tell you the story about the first job out of college that I had, when I was working as a landscaper and an art restoration apprentice for this insane, closeted, gay, bigoted Russian art guy, and how I would cut my hands under his cigarette, this 1.5-inch long ash, as he would be hovering over a Matisse sketch that we were trying to reframe, and I'd be like... and I got fired from that job so that Red-Headed Gene and the Gooch could get more time at the job. I'm not going to tell you that story. I could tell you the story about when I worked third shift at the gas station on the interstate, and how I would practice getting robbed, you know, hitting the button, giving them money. I never got robbed. And how I would try and make the very best coffee and the best hot dogs with the crappy equipment that they gave me. And how I would mow the grass after midnight when it was really dark behind the gas station, and I would keep hitting the rocks, and there would be sparks flying out from the thing. And how I would I'd wash the pumps at night so they would glow and they'd look really nice. But yeah, I'm not gonna tell you that story either. I could tell you about the bosses that fired me. I could tell you about the bosses that I got fired. I could tell you about the one boss that I had who burned but was not consumed by the white-hot flame of her own incompetence. I'm not going to tell you that story either. I could tell you about getting fired by my own wife. That was pretty good. I was working as a barista at a cafe and gallery. We had art on the walls, but you know, coffee and light fare. And a new coffee shop opened up on the adjacent block, and they were very earth-friendly and green and crunchy, and they served, you know, shade-grown, tenderly harvested espresso served in the reclaimed skulls of dead woodland creatures. So, you know, so our coffee business stank, but the art business was going well, and she was the art director as I was the barista. And so one day she came home from a meeting and said, honey, yeah, let's go in the backyard and have a little talk. Well, I knew what that was, and so got fired from that job. But the real job that I wanted to tell you about was being married, because being married is a job, and it's an odd job, and it's very odd, and it has meetings, and it has budgets, and it has performance evaluations, and things at my two-person firm, they're not going real well now. I keep hearing things about you know, cutbacks and outsourcing. I'm sure that is, and you know, and I know a lot of other two-person operations, you know, are going under nowadays. But I don't think I'm ready yet to give up on this firm. I think I'm still committed to the original proposal, and you know, marriage. And one more really good line, but you're not going to get to hear that because the buzzer went. So, thank you very much.